Okay, the distinguished High Commissioner of the United Kingdom, Great Britain and Northern Ireland, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Foreign Minister, for the opportunity to get together today, and also the spirit with which you've opened this session as in something that's interactive and something that's about sort of deepening the partnership. I mean, perhaps first of all, just to acknowledge the importance you've placed on bilateral relations. So the UK-Sierra Leone relationship is strong, it's enduring, it's between our two countries and our two people. It will outlive foreign ministers, high commissioners, governments, even monarchs, and it certainly is there to stay. And I also welcome the focus that you put on dialogue front and centre in terms of how the country faces challenges and opportunities, on building bridges and on the importance of diversity of views. Those things are really essential to any sort of functioning democracy. I also welcome the importance that you've placed on candour and on acknowledging it when some things need to be addressed. And we have had the opportunity to speak one-to-one. I've appreciated frank conversations on some of the concerns the UK raised around the electoral irregularities, the importance of using state institutions to resolve grievances and to restore democracy, and the need to bring the country together. And I thank you for the conversations we've had on that. I also want to welcome acknowledgement in your remarks there that there are issues in terms of how ECSL conducted the elections and the review committee that has been announced. And certainly something that is systematic, something that builds domestic capacity when conducting this review, that has the presence of independent experts for real reassurance, and all opposition parties is very welcome. And finally, just to close, you've outlined the 5 policy priorities. It feels that the world is facing very unprecedented times. Many of those issues are ones that we are focused on too, and we certainly look forward to cooperating with the government, with opposition, with civil society and all partners to support the progress needed. If I could put one issue on your radar, Foreign Minister, these are important challenges, they're important opportunities. I find that one thing that sometimes holds the country back and consumes a lot of noise is the fake news and the misinformation that's out there. I've been certainly a victim of that myself. So if there's anything that your ministry can do to help encourage, address these issues, that would be warmly welcome. And let me close by congratulating the women that you've rightly outlined are represented today across the country. Thank you.
Excellency, thank you for your comments, and perhaps, I don't know if the Honourable Minister will want to make Madam High Commissioner, thank you for your comments and for your pledges of support from your government. And I believe I should really give the Minister
The floor.
I don't know if you're asking, so just speak around what
She has expressed all the issues.
I don't know if
We are on the same paper, Honourable Minister.
She and I, we have had back-end conversations,
Okay.
and we're very much aligned with our aspirations of strengthening the relationship between the UK and Sierra Leone, and looking into some of the pertinent issues that we have, that we have to address as an issue. And incidentally, His Excellency the President, like I mentioned, the State Opening of Parliament expressed its intention to establish the Electoral Systems Review Committee. It is hopeful that that committee will do a very good job, and that will help Sierra Leone to further strengthen its democracy, especially the electoral process. But I want to thank you, High Commissioner, for coming personally and for us to look into how to forge our partnership for ahead, and then also to take care of the issues that are affecting our common interests. Thank you.
Honourable Minister, thank you for that feedback. The floor is still open for other members the diplomatic community who want to make a statement. Oh, thank you, Ambassador, Your Excellency, Ambassador of the United States of America. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Appreciate the opportunity to come here today and hear from you directly on your vision for relations with the international community in the second term. As you know, the United States and Sierra Leone have had a long-term positive relationship, particularly on the people-to-people level, and I'm confident that that will continue over the years. One thing I've always appreciated with the ministry is the access that I've been given to the ministry. I'm certain that that will continue under your leadership. Access even when we have issues that we need to talk about that we disagree upon. As you know, my government has had concerns about the conduct of the election and about the election results. I won't go over those again here. This is not the place for that. But I want to say I've always appreciated the fact that we can talk about these differences face to face in a civil manner. I have been in daily contact with my successor. I think that you know I'm departing in a matter of days, and the new U.S. ambassador will be here in a couple of weeks. I have taken careful notes of what you said, and I will pass these on to my successor. But again, I say thank you for this opportunity.
Yes. Thank you. Minister, I want to give you the floor again.
Thank you, Excellency, and for the expression of your sentiment. I do heartily wish you all the very best now that you're going, and I'm looking forward to working with your successor. And the United States, like you mentioned, has been Sierra Leone's reliable partner, a long history of collaboration and cooperation, and we look forward to continuing with that collaboration with your predecessor and the government of the United States. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, thank you. Any more requests for the floor? Okay, my sister from Ghana, the Commissioner, thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Foreign Minister, and your Deputy. Ghana, you are aware, has always been with Sierra Leone. We have long-standing relations, and we have a mix of people. We have a lot of Ghanaians of Sierra Leonean origin, and the same in Sierra Leone. And as members of ECOWAS, we've always had a common vision and a common goal. What is of interest is the fact that you've taken a seat on the UN Security Council. Ghana is just stepping out of that seat, and we wish to assure you that we'll be there to help compare notes. Whatever assistance you need, Ghana is very willing because we have a practical experience, which is quite fresh also. So we just wish you very well in that endeavor. And also want to tell you that we are still the same Ghana, the same relationship with you, especially when it comes to our interest in human capital development, with specific emphasis on education, feeding programs, girl-child issues. We are more than willing to assist. And would like to also compare a few notes when it comes to mining, especially the proliferation of mining, not a very medium scale, small scale mining issues. We are available. And thank you, sir, for being so open. I'm sure there are a few other things I would like to discuss, but not in the open. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
High Commissioner, and I'm so encouraged by the reassurance that You just reminded me that you are actually existing and exiting the Security Council and we are stepping in. So to compare notes with Ghana is a good idea, and we'll continue to work with you even within ECOWAS, Africa members of the Security Council who will be picking on your brain. Thank you very much. As my minister, we want to make 1 or 2 comments on your brief intervention. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam High Commissioner. And it is indeed a great privilege for Sierra Leone to take after immediately Ghana leaving the United Nations Security Council on the non-permanent members category. Sierra Leone and Ghana share a lot, historically, economically, and the fact that we are all in West Africa, and the fact that our people have a common heritage. It's always good for us to keep ourselves very much closer to each other and to share experiences. And you also made mention of issues around the mining sector. It happens incidentally that a few months ago, I was the Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, and I was actually in combat with issues in the mining sector that have got to do with Ghana and Sierra Leone. Previously, I engaged your predecessor. We had many discussions on combating illicit and illegal mining and trafficking of our minerals, illicit exportation of minerals from Sierra Leone and Ghana, with your mission and people of Ghana to find ways to curb illicit and illegal mining and the illicit exportation of our minerals to finance illicit activities and activities that have the tendency to disturb the peace of the world. I want to thank you, and my doors, like I have opened to all of you. I'm looking forward to collaborating with you. And like the DG mentioned, the Security Council is a very prestigious opportunity, and we would like to learn from your experiences to represent Africa in the most effective way possible. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, thank you for your reaction. The floor is still open. Please.
So thank you very much for your kind invitation and also for your openness with us. We are grateful for that. As you know, the European Union is a long-standing partner of Sierra Leone, and we will continue to be a partner of Sierra Leone. We will continue to work for the people of Sierra Leone, with the people of Sierra Leone. We also appreciate the opportunity to continue to have a frank dialogue and honest exchange with your government on issues of common interest. As you know, in the past we have had a high-level political dialogue, and we appreciate the opportunity to continue to have that frank and honest dialogue with your government. We also consider that it's important to have the opportunity to speak openly about issues that are of importance for both of us. Concerning the recent elections, as you know, the European Union deployed an EU electoral observation mission, and we are expecting that the EU electoral observation mission will present its final report very soon. And this final report will contain some recommendations, as we have done in the past, on the improvement of electoral processes in this country. And we appreciate very much, as you have mentioned, your readiness, your openness to implement electoral recommendations and to continue to implement electoral recommendations aimed at strengthening electoral processes in this country. We also appreciate what you mentioned about the importance of dialogue in the country, of finding ways to strengthen dialogue among the different Sierra Leonean actors in trying to find a common ground, a way forward among different Sierra Leonean actors. And we think this is of paramount importance. And we also appreciate the importance that you have given to supporting peace and security in the region. We congratulate Sierra Leone for its election as member of the UN Security Council, and we look forward to working with Sierra Leone as member of the UN Security Council in support of peace and security in the region in the next months. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank this President of the EU and Honorable Minister. I see the mic is already on.
Thank you so very much. We value our relationship with the European Union, and especially in the promotion of peace and security in the world, and also for the promotion of human capital development. And we are more than ready to continue with this relationship. And I'm looking forward to the presentation of those recommendations from the EU observation team that was in Sierra Leone, which will help us to further strengthen our capacity to conduct independent, free and fair elections for the people of this country. And let me also seize this opportunity to thank the Honorable Ambassador from the People's Republic of China for pledging your support to the President's 5-year changes, especially in the area of feed Salone agriculture. It is very important, and we believe our peace and security begins with independence such as food sufficiency, food security. It is very important. So we take your support very kindly, and we look forward to our cooperation with your country. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The floor is still open for any other comments or interventions. I think I don't see any further request for the floor. So I want to thank, on behalf of the Minister, I want to represent Dr. Kande Yonkela. You are welcome to the ministry. Thank you for joining us today at this very important engagement with members of the diplomatic corps. So, Honorable Minister, in the absence of any of this morning, and to just reassure them that whatever has been said here by our Minister, the pledge to continue frank conversation, open door policy, building bridges and strengthening partnerships will be adhered to. So feel free, you can call, knock on our doors at any time, and we will have the full support of the Minister, her deputy, and of course my humble self, the Director General, and the entire membership of this ministry. So that said, once more, thank you, and I will invite all of you to a family photo session. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Ladies and gentlemen, please come to the frontage of the ministry to take a family photo.
Young man. Young man.
We need for land for playing up there. Bom, só esqueci o até conhecido.